My name is Daniel. I'm 27 years old, and my story is about betrayal, greed, and a truth my father left behind that changed everything. When I was 15, my mom passed away. It was the hardest time of my life. Just 2 years later, my dad remarried. Her name was Evelyn. She was beautiful, charming, and everyone thought she was perfect. But I knew something was off. She wasn't interested in building a family. She was interested in building a fortune. My dad was a successful businessman, the kind who worked late nights but always made time for me. Over the years, he built a fortune worth hundreds of millions. Our family home, the company shares, the properties, his empire was something people envied. Evelyn pretended to care about me, but I could feel her coldness. She would smile in front of Dad, but when it was just us, she would throw sharp comments like, "You'll never be enough for him. You're just a boy clinging to his past." I ignored her, for Dad's sake. But when Dad suddenly passed away after a heart attack, everything changed. Evelyn saw her chance. She walked into the lawyer's office with a designer handbag, high heels clicking against the marble floor, like she owned the world. The lawyer began reading Dad's will. According to the document, Evelyn was listed as the primary beneficiary. She smiled, looking at me like I had already lost everything. I felt my world crumble. My father's company, our estate, even the beach house. Everything seemed to belong to her now. She leaned toward me and whispered, "Don't worry, Daniel. I'll take good care of it. You can visit when I let you." The room spun. I wanted to scream, but I stayed silent. Something in my gut told me this wasn't the end. A week later, while Evelyn celebrated at a party with her friends, I went through Dad's study. That room was our sanctuary, filled with books, old photographs, and memories. I noticed his favorite leather-bound journal on the desk. Something told me to open it. Tucked inside the back cover was an envelope addressed to me. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside was a letter from Dad. "Daniel, if Evelyn is reading this, something has gone wrong. But if it's you holding this letter, then know this. I never doubted you. The will you heard is not the whole truth. Look inside the old piano, it holds the answers." The old piano? My heart raced as I ran to the living room. That piano had been in our house for decades. I carefully lifted the top, and inside was a small locked box. Using the key hidden in Dad's desk drawer, I opened it. Inside were updated legal documents, Dad's real will, signed and notarized just weeks before his death. In this will, Dad left Evelyn a generous settlement, but everything else, the company shares, the estate, the legacy, belonged to me. His only son. Tears filled my eyes. Dad had protected me, even from beyond the grave. The next day, I went to the lawyer's office with the documents. At first, he looked shocked, but after reviewing them, he confirmed they were authentic. The one Evelyn had presented earlier was outdated. The lawyer called for an official family hearing. Evelyn arrived, dressed like royalty, surrounded by her wealthy friends. She looked at me and smirked. But when the lawyer revealed the updated will, her face turned pale. He explained that the real legal heir was me, and that Evelyn had no right to claim the fortune she paraded around with. Her smile vanished. She shouted, accused me of forging the documents, but the evidence was ironclad. Dad's notarized signature, the witnesses, the dates, everything was real. Her friends slowly backed away, whispering about her greed. Cameras from local media captured the moment she realized her plan had failed. In that instant, Evelyn wasn't the glamorous stepmom anymore. She was exposed. I walked out of that office with the documents in hand, not with pride, but with a deep sense of justice. My father had trusted me. He had left me not just his fortune, but his faith. Evelyn disappeared from our lives soon after, her reputation ruined, her so-called friends abandoning her. And me? I kept Dad's empire alive, but more importantly, I kept his memory alive. I learned that money can be stolen, forged, fought over, but trust? That's priceless. Whenever I sit in Dad's old study reading his journal, I can still feel him guiding me. He knew Evelyn's greed and he knew my heart. And because of that, I didn't just inherit his fortune, I inherited his strength.